Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Dean Rogers. Welcome to another episode of Deals with Dean. Today, we're going to talk about a deal that was in the mountains. We didn't have a lot of confidence we were going to be able to get it done, but we got on the phones, got the buyer, locked it in. Let's go. All right, welcome back. This episode of Deals with Dean is brought to you by Simply, the CRM that we use in our business and absolutely love and continues to get better and better. So I highly recommend you check it out. If you go to resimply.com/Dean, you can get 50% off your first month and check out all the details. They'll give you live demos of the product before you even purchase it. And there's a limited onboarding for you and anyone else on your team to help support you and make sure you're using the product the right way. Check it out. All right. So on this episode of Deals with Dean, we're talking about a property that was out in the mountains and we just weren't sure if we had any buyers for it. But we had a price that we felt confident was a good deal based on the ARV. We also knew that this area supported Airbnb properties because there were comps in the area and the property looked pretty cool. So we got the property under contract at the price we felt confident we could execute on, and we sent it out to our buyers list. And then it was pretty quiet. Wasn't a lot of response, a couple questions here and there from some people, but no one really took action on the property like we were used to. Right? Most of our buyers are jumping on deals within minutes, and it just wasn't the case here. So rather than just throwing it up as this deal wasn't going to work, what I did was I got on the phones to call our buyers list. Right? I took someone from our team who was helping build out our buyers list and told them, go ahead, call our buyers in our list, see who might be interested. They might have missed the email or they might have just skipped over it going through their busy day. In doing this, we actually were quickly able to get several people interested in the property and wanting to take action right away. Jumped on the phone with the buyer, answered some questions, and boom, they took action, got the property under contract, and got it into escrow. Now, because this property was in the mountains, there's usually some other hoops you got to jump through, right? Not everybody's going to lend on a property that's in the mountains. Sometimes they're going to need some additional insurance because it's in the mountains. So those were some hoops we had to jump through. The buyer had to test out several different insurance companies because of the fact it's in the California mountains, and we've been having a history of fires taking place and literally burning down cities. And so finding the insurance company was certainly something we had to work through, and that insurance was extra expensive compared to your everyday property insurance. We actually ended up having some backup buyers after we made those phone calls just in case something didn't go through, but we felt good about this buyer, so we kept the deal moving forward and working through escrow, and things were looking good. This buyer ended up using a hard money lender, which, as you might know, sometimes can take a little bit longer as they work through their process and their underwriting and getting everything clear to close. So we ended up having to take this past the close date a couple days, but the seller was on board, the buyer was on board, and we got it pushed through. We ended up getting this deal closed for a $25,000 profit, which was awesome because for a moment there, we weren't even sure if we were going to have a buyer for this property. But because we were persistent and didn't just take face value of the fact that no one had really taken action. We took action to continue to pursue finding a buyer and actually going to our best resource, which is our buyers list, getting on the phones and reaching out to our buyers and seeing who was interested. This ended up turning out to be a solid deal for us where we made $25,000, and it was just proof that if it doesn't work out on your first attempt, you just keep trying. Well, that pretty much wraps up this episode of Deals with Dean. And this is just a great reminder for you that even though you might be swinging the bat and miss, you just keep swinging and put in the work and effort, and you're going to get results. Okay, so if the first answer is no, work towards that yes. If no one's interested, you keep working until you find that interested person. And believe me, you will get the results and it will be worth it. So stick with it. Until next time, peace.